Okay, Carrera GT. I want to talk about Carrera GT.
Yeah, famously a Formula One derived.
Formula
engine.
One
had nothing to do with that sport. It was never used in an F1 car, nor was it used in a Le Mans car. It was developed for them both,
in
but
the
it
Phoenix F1 race.
no,
it wasn't.
that was the footwork Arrows car.
But
that you're
Porsche
thinking.
did make the motor.
Yeah, and it was so
But it
bad that they were like, you know what? Don't make us. And please, Footwork says, please, Porsche, renowned performance manufacturer, stop doing it. Go back to
They
playing
were
with an
fired.
iron.
The only reason that Porsche doesn't advertise that the Carrera GT's motor was derived from Formula One is because they made it preemptively assuming they'd be rehired for the next season, and they weren't.
Yep. Tough.
But okay, I want to tell you about the Carrera GT, which has a Formula One derived V10.
It does not.
I added up my miles because it hit me. I was just kind of curious how much I'm driving it. Listen to this. Since I bought my Carrera GT, I've driven my Ford GT 1,900 miles a year.
What, that was 2 years. Oh, per year. Okay.
I've driven my Countach 1,400 miles a year.
Which is really impressive.
I've driven the G Cabrio 2,100 miles a year, and I've driven the Carrera GT 2,300 miles a year. I have driven the Carrera GT most since I bought it of any of my cars. And if you add in my Sequoia and you remove the cross-country trip, which I admit that's asking a lot because that is me driving the car. But if you remove that cross-country trip, I've even driven the Carrera GT more than the Sequoia.
Wow. Well, that's true because between cross-country trips, it sits at your house and does
I drove
not
it today
move.
because it hit me like this thing hasn't driven in probably a month, and somebody should drive it.
Wow.
I driven the Carrera GT more than, and I still have the Mercedes station wagon. My wife only drives that. I basically never drive that anymore. I have driven the Carrera GT the most of any of my cars.
That is amazing. You're the only Carrera GT owner who can say that.
I have put 5,100 miles on the Carrera GT since I bought it in February of 23,
Wow.
2 years ago.
You bought it with 10,000 miles-ish.
9,900.
So over the course of 18 years,
yeah.
somebody added 9,000 miles.
Yeah.
10,000 miles. Over
Yeah.
the course of 2 years, you've added 5.
I mean, that's the funny thing about it. Like remember I met with the original owner or the second owner, but he had it for like 7 years, the guy, and we had lunch together. We talked about our experience of the car. He had the car for 7 years, but in that time, he only had 2,000 miles to it. I beat that in a year.
Proud of you.
I mean, that's
Proud
It's
of
just
you.
so
It's a
addictive.
te- it's a
It's
testament-
so addictive.
It's a testament to a couple of things. One, I think it's a testament to the servicing you've done to refresh that
Yeah.
car and make it as modern and safe, honestly, as possible, because the previous owner couldn't do that
The
necessarily.
previous owner of both the Carrera GT and the Countach, I think, were not up to the cars.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think that it is a testament to how good the car is that you would just rather grab the keys, despite its value, which weighs on your mind when you use it.
Yeah.
It's so good the experience just rivals the others. And I think that it's also just, I'm just glad that you're enjoying it. I know that mileage probably has cost you probably $100,000 in value.
I
of the car,
wonder. I mean,
think.
I don't know. But
you've done all these upgrades, so maybe not. I don't know.
The thing that I learned though with the Ford GT is that like I've driven the Ford GT since I bought it 12,500 miles in the Ford GT.
That is nuts.
If that car had 12,500 miles on it, it would be considered a high mileage Ford GT. I've driven it 12,500 more miles. It's now got 43,800 miles. It's sitting behind me.
I love that.
What I learned though from that experience was people park those cars and save them. I've made a ton of money in that car. I'm probably in that car for $260 and I think it's worth $360. And so the thing that I learned was it didn't, obviously if I had parked it, it would be worth more, but it's not like, as Manny Koshman says, our hero, you don't go broke making a profit. Like I could have made more money, but I made money. Like I'm not like despondent about this. And I assume the same thing will happen with the Carrera GT.
Wouldn't you rather just have the experience anyway? Like it's so good.
Yeah.
It's also a testament to how drivable that car is.
I think that's the real thing. It is a testament to the usability of the car. The car is actually quite usable.
996 door handles, they work.
And the thing about the Carrera GT also that makes it so usable, it just blends in everywhere.
It does.
So
That's
I
the
feel
party trick.
pretty comfortable taking that car to places that you shouldn't take a car that's worth that much money. I got pictures of it at the Sprouts. I got
Nobody notices.
notices.
My dad had a Carrera is usually the comment you get.
No, I had a boomer come up to me when I was washing it the other day in front of my house, into cars, has cars, works on old Jags, and says, "So is that a GT2?" I'm like,
well, I'm
gonna move on.
I mean, that is the party piece of that car, especially in silver. To be clear, like I think that really helps.
And
If it
in
were
Southern
red,
California.
it would be or yellow.
And it's like California where you do see
A lot of Porsches.
A lot of Porsches, yeah.
GT3s around.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations! Keep driving the thing. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm honestly surprised. I knew I was driving it a lot. I didn't realize I was driving it more than any of the other vehicles. If you're listening to this, you're probably the type of person who actually enjoys researching cars, comparing trims, decoding spec sheets, maybe even watching my Doug reviews of new cars, so this one's for you. Buying a brand new car right off the lot can be very exciting, but negotiating the deal isn't exactly the fun part. Dealers have all the info, you've got sticker shock, and a vague idea of what a good deal even means. That's why I love Car Edge. If you're buying a new car, Car Edge has a tool to give you access to something most people never see, the dealer invoice price. That's what the dealer actually paid for the car. Forget MSRP, this is the real number that puts you in control. It's like unlocking cheat codes before you walk into a showroom. You walk in armed with data, invoice pricing, market trends, what's fair, what's not, and you don't have to guess anymore. You negotiate from a position of power. That's how you get a good deal. Car Edge is run by a father and son duo who are just as obsessed with this stuff as we are. They've been featured on the Today Show and in Consumer Reports and the Wall Street Journal. Their whole mission is to empower car buyers with real tools and insights, and I love that. Go check your invoice price first at Car Edge. It's 100% free. All major brands are covered. It could save you thousands, and it only requires an email address. Just head to caredge.com/carsandbids. Again, that's caredge.com/carsandbids. And a huge thanks to Car Edge for sponsoring this episode and for making it way harder for dealerships to pull a fast one.